Welcome back to another breakdown of two fat sisters fighting to not be fat anymore. Yes, the Chubby Bunny Challenge sisters are back. They lost hundreds of pounds and now making healthy charcuterie board, whatever that is. They've lost a ton of weight, they've gained a lot of drama, and Amy pretty much has a Patrick Star in the house.
Not you say, get out my house.
Hey, no spoilers. Let me break down the episode for you from the beginning. But before we start, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I break down internet drama, reality shows, everything in between, just for you so you don't have to scroll through your phone and rot your brain. Now, we don't want that, do we? We want to preserve the brain. Have you seen the type of stupidity just walking among us on this world?
Give me a name of a planet.
The sun? I bet you other people believe on my side.
Two people. But you're saying I bet you it's a planet. We know it's not a planet, right?
Says who?
See? That's what's gonna happen. So you might as well just hit the subscribe button. It will help me get to my 800,000 goal. And then leave me a comment saying,
big old buns.
Or an emoji if you're a little shy, don't worry. We'll break that out of you soon. All right, let's get into episode 2 of season 5 of 1,000 Pound Sisters. We left off on that really intense fight between Amy and Amanda. And Tammy being the only normal one in the room. Boy, how times have changed.
Amanda happened to, talk about Amy's eyesight. I mean, she's gotta be used to it. We make fun of her eyes and my forehead.
So Chris is kind of worried and kind of wants to know how Tammy is mentally since she is away from her one and only Caleb for the very first time and does not want her to get depressed and dive into a large pan of lasagna like last time.
Oh, are you holding up?
I'm trying, but really missing.
Don't let it get you depressed.
Okay, Chris. I'm sure she will make sure that won't happen. Well, Tammy would rather not talk about her feelings. She kind of would rather just bottle them up, put them away, put the Indian in the cupboard, and throw away the key.
I'm just coping, like I'm suppressed it.
That usually works well for everybody. It's not like they'll blow up or anything. And for context, I don't mean blow up as an obese. I know this is a weight loss show. I mean like blow up, literally lose it with anger. But I guess people who fight depression can turn to food. I just thought I would explain the jokes since some people have a hard time. See, this is what happens when I have to explain jokes, then I go on a whole tangent, but then when I don't explain, some people get confused. I'm just looking out. Anyway, so Tammy wants another get together.
I'm throwing a housewarming party for myself.
I mean, the previous one went well. That was a success. So, she wants to have another one with even more people and more family members.
If you want to fight, you better go outside because you break my and break you.
And do you know what get-togethers mean? It means food. So Tammy and Chris go to the grocery store, but there's an obstacle, the car and the door shutting.
The last time I sit in the front, it would probably be in 15 and 20 years. I'm willing to try.
And she gets in the front seat. This is a big deal, you guys. This woman went from sitting on the floor of a car, a large car, because she can't fit anywhere else, especially a chair, pretty much like an animal in a bus or a car. How do they truck, right? Is that what animals get? I'm not a zoologist. You guys tell me. Anyway, she went from that in the front of a car in a seat. That's a huge deal.
You can tell the little battle that she just beat made her feel wonderful because even at 16, she couldn't sit in the front seat.
And Tammy says, this is feeling quite delightful.
So all the little vibrations on my butt.
You know the feeling.
Sitting in the front seat. It's like a whole new world.
Okay, I'm gonna explain the joke again, just in case some people don't understand.
Can women get an O from the vibration of a car seat? Yes, a girlfriend of mine has some O's if she sits in the first bus seat, as it vibrates a lot. Like she gets very...
And then it gets pretty explicit. A little too explicit for you two. So with Tammy being used to the facility making every single meal for her and portioning out everything, she now pretty much gets to pick food out for herself, and that can be a little concerning.
Eat healthy, like I eat it anyway.
And you have to think about when you are eating from, super palatable foods, super salty, high in sodium, super sugary foods. Even savory foods will have sugar in it. So you go from that to more grilled chicken, steak, even salmon. To me, for my taste buds right now, that sounds amazing. But when I was eating similar to Tammy, very junky type foods, I didn't like it. I didn't even really like protein unless it was fried. My taste buds were tainted. I had to slowly introduce new foods that weren't exactly the epitome of health that a lot of people would say was healthy, but they would be lower in sugar, lower in calories, so I could kind of wean myself off of a super high percentage of my diet being super palatable food.
Get some cream cheese. I was trying to look for healthier foods. I don't necessarily think the cream cheese was healthy, but it's a start.
Yes, it is, Tammy. It completely is a start. Whether it's healthy or not, that can be very subjective. Some people don't do dairy, some people do. I don't really care. But it is something that is pretty low in calories and can be something that can make a healthy meal more palatable for someone like Tammy. So once they got home, Amy comes on over this time. Piñata! So she's there to help Tammy set up for the big get-together, where absolutely nobody is going to fight, ever. Amy brought free Tammy hats, which Tammy absolutely loves.
I'm not Britney Spears. You ain't gotta free me.
And then they got into the conversation about the Amy versus Amanda fight.
I'm sorry I left it like the other day, how I left. That was really immature.
She looks like she's about to have a mental breakdown right now.
I'm a mom now. You know, I should talk out what I have a problem about.
Didn't I tell you last episode she was having a day? Okay, I'm pretty good at taking a joke. I can make fun of myself. My family can make fun of me, that's fine. But on a day where you are just feeling like poop, you feel like you look like poop, you feel like poop, and that little person inside of you is dangling on the vein of I will lose my shit once this breaks, then you hear a comment that feels like it's breaking you down and you lose it. But something happens. I know Christmas is over, but a Christmas miracle kind of happens, okay? Tammy realizes that she was part of the problem when it came to her sister and her sister's stress.
You got a lot on your plate. I get it. And I never wanted to be part of your stress. And I know it was like you were trying to get me home.
Why are they so grown up now? Why are they having these realizations and these rational conversations with each other about feelings and understanding the other person, putting themselves in other people's shoes, the growth, you know, I'm really loving it. Thank goodness for Michael's ass, because I also love the drama.
Get out my house!
Don't worry, we're getting to that fight.
That's why I was sorry for being a burden.
You were never a bird.
I think she's lying. We talked a lot about Tammy and we gave her a lot of nicknames. What did we call her? Temper Tantrum Tammy, Testy Tammy, Ticked Off Tammy, Turbulent Tammy. Do any of those names sound like they will bring you inner peace or a lot of stress? But Amy's saying, no, I'm a mom now. I need to just learn how to handle everything until I die. And that seems like it's working out great as she sits there about to burst into tears.
No. I did it because I loved you. And I will never give up on you, no matter what you do. You can murder somebody.
Wait, what? So when it comes to this barbecue, Chris is gonna cover all of the meats, but Tammy wants to make, well, I'll just let her explain.
I figured I'd make like a charcuterie board.
Charcuterie board.
What's a coochie board?
No,
Charcuterie board.
Okay, yeah, we'll just go with coochie board. And that's what I will call it forever. Anyway, they play Spanky.
I feel like I'm making a coochie.
And they're having an absolute fabulous time, reminiscing, talking about pickles.
Pickle. They're usually the bigger peel.
We don't care. All shapes and sizes are fine.
And it's a big deal.
You're a dildo.
So Tammy's making sure that everything for this party, supposedly, according to her, is healthy.
I'm excited to see everybody.
Hold up, right there. I'm calling out the Nico Avocados. I'm calling out the Trisha Paytas. And anyone else who falls under those types of people, yeah, it might be you. Right here, caught in real time. Tammy Slaton eats with her mouth closed. So if she can do it, the one who farts, burps, and talks about cooters and dark pickles, you can too. It is possible. Sorry, me and my misophonia ass cannot get over grown people who eat with their mouth open. How hard is it, people? So everything's being super wholesome and sweet. They're connecting and they're being really nice. Well, you know, whenever there's a nice moment in a show, you gotta chase it with something sad, morbid, and pretty depressing. Yeah, that's right, we're going to Caleb.
It's been 1 week since Tammy left rehab. And man, do I miss my wife.
So Caleb is still in the rehabilitation center. And while he is just soaking up a lot of spaghetti, he says that he's falling back into his old ways because Tammy was his support system and I guess he can't do it by himself.
I'm not really sure how to tell her. Because I don't want to put any more on her plate than she can bear.
Yeah, he's dead. He did not make it, and that is not me trying to be depressing, but that's what happens when you have food addiction. Food addiction is real, and I'm so tired of TikTok talking about it's okay to eat your feelings. It's called body positivity. Counting calories is going to kill you. You know what else kills you? Obesity, like it killed this man. This man was in a rehabilitation center that makes the meals for you, portions everything out, and gives you all the tools you need, and he still could not do it. So next time, people, your family makes fun of you or tries to make you feel bad when you say you're trying to get yourself together or you're not partaking in eating copious amounts of food with them, or some fat activist on TikTok says that you're fat phobic because you don't want a slice of cake. You stand your ass up, you get real close to their ear and you say,
I am fat phobic
then you burp. If you do that, you'll be the type of person that I want to hang out with, and I don't hang out with many people. So finally, all the sisters come over, and it's time for Amanda and Amy to talk about the fight situation that we saw last episode.
Emotions are all over the place.
I know that.
And I'm not going to blame it on the postpartum because this was 7 months.
So Amanda thinks that this whole emotional side of Amy is due to depression and her husband.
Michael don't work. He don't help with the kids, but he's always in the background. He doesn't give her any kind of space at all.
Hold up, he doesn't work? I got but a few comments on my last video when I went on that very long tangent about procreating with a man that doesn't have the skill to actually take care of a child that he wants so bad. And especially if you ask him why he wants children and he says something like,
kids are fun.
I want to run very fast. I don't think he has ever been around a child for longer than 3 minutes to wrestle with them or play slime or whatever else kids do that are fun. Goes for women too. I think men should definitely watch out what kind of women they decide to have children with, but obviously in this situation, we're talking about the men, okay? Goodness, so tired of the people saying, well, men, you need different topic, different day. Amy is a woman, Michael is Patrick Starr, which means he's a man. If you're not a Michael, I'm not talking about you. But if the shoe fits, then I guess you're Cinderella. Anyway, I got a few comments saying, well, Michael works all day. Of course he wants to come home and just relax and, just he had a long day at work. Tammy ain't even cleaning the house. Look at the house, Michelle. She ain't even cleaning the house. Put yourself in poor Michael, the live action Patrick Starr man shoe. Look who doesn't work at all. And even if he did, I don't give a fuck. You wanted kids, you should know that having children is a 24-hour job until they turn 18, and then it still keeps going. It's just less intense. So it's really until you die. But now we find out that Michael has no job. He is unemployed. He sits his fat ass on the couch all day, like Patrick.
I love being a mom, don't get me wrong, but I'm just trying to figure out who I am as a person.
And this is why many housewives be leaving their husbands, because they already feel like a single mom while being married. So they just get rid of the grown kid and do it themselves, which is exactly what Amy has done. Spoiler. But in this episode, recent times, Amy is thinking of getting a nanny. I was a nanny before to people, usually people hire nannies when they work. I just don't personally understand why Amy needs a nanny if she has her whole ass husband who wanted children right there in the house. It can help, right? Even if you do work at home, especially if you work at home, maybe a nanny would help. But apparently, Amy doesn't have a job, he doesn't have a job. What else are you doing? Your job is your kid.
Do you feel like you would need a nanny if Michael would actually step up and do what he's supposed to do?
In a perfect world, no.
And now it's time for the party. The whole family's coming in. It's the first time they see Amy.
Everybody underneath the kitchen sink is coming.
Oh my God, you're so small.
Everybody's so excited and they're so happy for her, but I have to say, the whole family is large. They're all just waddling in for some delicious coochie boards and barbecue. But the good thing is, according to Tammy and Chris, they cut corners and made the food lower in calories, which is great. And everyone in this specific group is on some type of weight loss journey. So that's really good, right? You want to surround yourself with people who have same goals rather than being with super big people who have food addiction. That's not very good to open up the wound, right? So I thought that was really cool because I was about to talk my shit, but now I will not. So everyone was having a great time being together.
How you doing, sweetie? You looking so good.
Tammy's mom apologized to Tammy because 3 years ago, she said, "You can't do it, Tammy."
I don't think you make it. I think you'll chicken out. For her to do it this time, she wanted to prove me wrong, and I'm so proud of her.
Everyone is just gawking over Tammy and happy that, she's alive because she was gonna die a few months ago. And then, look at that. Amy's crying again in the corner.
Hey, press the home button, baby. Every little thing is making Amy cry.
So everybody's starting to see that the issue seems to be someone that starts with an M and is standing there watching his kids act a fool.
I for a while that there was something behind the doors going on with Amy and Michael. It kills my heart to see her going through that stuff.
Well, the next day, Amy just got to a breaking point and she says that I'm definitely gonna just get a nanny and do some weird video promotion to find a nanny, and all the sisters come over to help her with the video since Michael ain't gonna help her with the kids that he wanted so badly.
Girls ain't no joke. He started his terrible twos before 1.5.
So now the sisters, seeing the kids running around and everything, are asking some questions with some passive-aggressive comments.
Where's Michael at on Team Nanny? Where is he at? Oh, of course he is.
Yep, that's me. I would be asking questions that I already know the answer of and then chasing it up with a passive-aggressive comment because I just want you to say it. Because sometimes when you say it, then you'll realize, wow, this person is an idiot and he needs to put more work into these kids that he wanted.
He's not a dad. I mean, anybody can be a father. Daddy is someone who is there and helps.
Yes. He is a deadbeat dad. The worst kinds of deadbeat. The ones that are around their kids, but doing absolutely nothing. So Amy starts to film the video, and right when she hits record, the kids start turning up.
He's running around, and I'm just like exhausted all the time, and I'm hurting 24/7 because I'm trying to take care of 2 boys and take care of the house.
Amanda's like, where the f is Michael? And he's in the other room watching TV on his ass cheek. So she calls Michael in and tells him, don't you want to be part of this? You're bringing someone into your home.
Michael needs to be a part of the process.
To watch your kids, don't you want to be involved in this family decision? You know, take the damn camera and at least film it.
Even though Michael is definitely not the sharpest tool in the shed, he is not the brightest crayon in the box. I'm hoping he at least knows how to press the damn record button.
Also, you guys told me in the comment section that Amanda, when we talked about Amanda going through a divorce, apparently she was married to Michael's brother and now they're divorced. Then Amy asked just a simple question. What are you looking for in a nanny?
What do you want me to ask? They're your kids too.
Help with kids.
Michael, what does that mean?
Can you elaborate?
What does help the kids mean? If they fall and break their leg, help them up? What does it mean to help the kids, Michael? Amanda starts foaming at the mouth and she just can't take it anymore.
Do you know what I see when I walk around and I walk in here? I see a messy house, yes. But do you know what I see? I see that my sister's so depressed that she has no energy to get up and clean and do dishes.
Who else can't take it anymore? Amy's ass. She starts saying everything, and we find out quite a bit. She pulled out those cute little carts with the tea and snacks on it and poured us a whole glass. Apparently, Amy's not allowed to go anywhere without her kids.
Kids at the same time when he's alone. So I always have to bring at least one kid.
Michael just watches TV and plays video games.
He can't watch them by himself and play a video game at the same time.
I mean, come on, we kind of knew that part. You can look at him and know that he just watches TV. But then Michael says, okay, I'm a changed man. I promise I will watch the kids. This is my turning point, my changing point where I see personal growth.
You will what?
Help. Start helping.
Guys, he just looks like Patrick saying, tomorrow for sure. So then Amy asks, okay, since we're all changing, being better people, I communicated with you that I need time away just to relax, you know, go to the grocery store by myself. And you know, you said that you would help and watch the children. My sister just invited me to go to Sam's Club for about an hour and you watch the kids that you impregnated me with. And shit goes south. He kicks and screams and says, I'll just come with you.
I had a plan. Go to Sam's tonight.
That's not what she wanted, Patrick. Y'all, Amy starts to let loose, pouring us so many cups of teas with little crumpets on the side. So apparently Michael controls everything, especially the money.
Michael also has my cards in his wallet.
He has to know where she is at all times. And quite frankly, he kind of just has to be around her all the time.
Michael wants to go grocery shopping because he gets mad because I want to go out with my family. And he ain't coming.
I think he has attachment issues or something. I don't know, but Amanda says that she was going through the same thing with her brother, so I'm guessing it's a genetic issue. So big sister Amanda says, absolutely not, Amy. You want to go shopping. We're just gonna hit up Sam's Club for about an hour. Michael blows up even more.
You take me shopping every goddamn day, Michael!
I don't care if you go spend time with Amanda.
I
don't care if you go spend time with
But you won't let her come.
Why can't I have my card?
Give her her money.
I ain't giving
Wait a minute, hold up. Can we just we gotta rewind that back. Isn't Amy the one making money? Michael doesn't have a job, right? Amy's on this show. It's called 1,000 Pound Sisters, not 1,000 Pound Sisters and Michael. If Michael gets recasted, who's gonna care? Anybody have their hands up? One person in the back who's an idiot, so absolutely no one. Give her her damn cards, sir, who is unemployed. You are broke. Amy is the woman and the man of this house. You are just a child. Give her the card and go play Super Mario.
Got 2 seconds to give her the debit card.
No, he's got 2 seconds to get out of my house.
I'm taking one of the boys with me.
No.
Oh, wait, the boys that you don't want to watch on your own while your wife goes to Sam's Club for about 45 minutes? You're gonna take those boys outside of this house and watch them for the rest of your life. I could be wrong. I don't have kids, so I guess, I wouldn't know. But if you already have trouble watching your boys while your wife is in the same house as you, I think it's gonna be a struggle to do it when she's not there, right? Parents, tell me.
I don't care if she goes with you. I don't mind she going with y'all.
Then shut up and give her her debit card.
Wait, so now you're fine with it? Then why were you so mad with the original question? This is what she originally wanted. Not only is he dumb, but he's manipulative and he's not even good at it. He's only saying that because he usually gets mad at Amy if she wants to have 30 minutes by herself to go scratch her ass and let out a fart from her coochie in peace.
Her coochie.
But this time your outburst didn't work, and so you're trying to rail that train back to the station where the original proposal was.
All aboard toxic gossip train.
And what's Tammy doing all this? She's being the guy on the phone calling the cops.
I don't know exactly what to do other than call the police.
This is the most calm I've ever seen Tammy. But while she's calling the police, Amanda starts squaring up.
Me out.
Back up.
No.
Put your hands up.
Amy's on the floor crying. And Tammy's just trying to breathe.
It's kind of scary.
And the episode just ended. And I have to go watch episode 3 because what? I need to know how this ends. If you want to know, you better hit the subscribe button because this is the absolute only place that you can watch these episodes. The only one. We break out coochie boards over here. You don't want to miss that. You guys, thank you so much for joining me. Happy New Year to everyone. If I didn't see you on my second channel, but we did Christmas and New Year's, and I hope you guys are gonna have a great one and you had a great Christmas, and I will see you guys next time.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Coochie board.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex since flex zone.